Howdy Bio 132, or otherwise known as environmental science. My name is Dr. Kelly Barca, and I apologize it's taken me a little longer than normal to get this to you this week. Was a little bit crazy with the new opening of our STEM building, and I was helping some faculty get set up in labs. So without further ado, hello and welcome back. I hope you had a restful and wonderful break, or if you're just joining us at UNT Dallas for the first time, welcome, welcome. We are glad you are here. I want to take just a very quick overview snapshot of just expectations of the course, introduce myself so you put a face to a name. You can see that I am a real person and know who you would be touching base with if you did meet with me in office hours. Again, if you are coming to campus, you can meet me in office. You can schedule via virtual office hours, and we're going to talk about that shortly. So if this is your first time taking an online course, buckle up. It is a lot. And the expectation is that this is a self-paced, self-guided course that is purely and totally at your time discretion outside of the due dates, right? So how you are choosing to move through this course is going to be what works best for you in your time frame, which is why we offer these courses in this modality, right? Whatever is going on in your life that you needed to take this online, this is again based upon the idea that it is going to be at your own speed, of course, hitting those assignment due dates. So the first thing I like to tell students is a couple of things. One, if you can change inside of settings so that you can see the course shells and you can see the overview of the course from this perspective versus probably what most students have, which is just the course title and the list of assignments that are coming up and that are due. The reason I say that is this sets you up to go into the course each time. It kind of handhold forces you into, I need to click on the course. Now, of course, these are things I have to grade. You would still see your assignments over here. The point being, there's lots of good information inside of the course shell. You probably will not be successful if you just are completing the assignments of this course. So to be continued on where and what and how to find all of those resources inside of the course. The other thing I want to point out is, as you can see, there are 3 courses of online sections that I am teaching of this particular class. And the biggest thing I want to point out is while you register for the course, which would have a lecture portion, you are also signing up for a lab portion of the course, which would have been given a separate course shell. I'm going to click on one of these. Again, they're all the same depending on the section specifically it's associated with for you. But what you'll see here is that it's directing you back to the main course shell of lecture. Why do I do that? I have found that it is just easier for students. It's much more streamlined. You only have to go to one place. You're not trying to jump all over. Again, that's helpful, I believe, because if you were in a face-to-face course, you would have a separate time that you would go to lab, and you may even have a separate instructor. So it would kind of keep you in alignment. Where here, we're not meeting on a regular basis. So I don't want you to have to forget about this other course shell. Everything is going to be back inside of the lecture. So again, that's the first thing that I want to point out. The second thing I want to point out is hopefully through the last 10 years of curating and really navigating this course to find out what works for students and what doesn't, I have tried to design a very seamless, straightforward course shell for you to find the resources that are available. The first thing I hope you have picked up on as you've been moving through this week, getting comfortable with the class, is just to, again, get access to the information and how to reach me. This is my email, my office location. Again, and if you need to reach me and set up office hours, you can click on this link. If that time does not work for you, just email me and we can find a time that does. Additionally, if you are on campus, please feel free just to stop by my office during office hours. I may be in with another student during the scheduled time, but if my door is open or even outside of office hours, please feel free to come on by. There's a little bit about me and kind of my background there for you if you're interested, just to know a little bit more about me. But hopefully what you have recognized is that there is a series of different buttons here that are links for you to click on for different resources. Of course, the first Start Here took you to the Start Here modules. We'll be there in 1 second. The second is the syllabus, which will just open up a Google Doc Drive for you to be able to see all of the dates, overview, expectations, and how you will be graded for your exams. The thing I want to point out here is it is absolutely mandatory. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It is absolutely mandatory for you to purchase the online platform. You cannot, will not be provided an alternative resource nor any other opportunities to take this class, even if you were taking it face-to-face. This is the thing that we require for all students taking environmental science, online or face-to-face. With that caveat, I want to add in an additional thing that you are taking a fully remote course. What does that mean? Zero acceptance of internet failure, zero acceptance of not having working computers, zero acceptance of not being able to know how to navigate and work internet or PC or accessibility or knowing how to move through technology. We have to have some base level understanding of how to operate in a fully virtual online remote environment. Because again, this is a course that's designed for you to move at a pace that works best for you and your schedule. So with that, please make sure to just review over the syllabus if you have not already done so. And with that, that brings me to, if we clicked on the Start Here, right, it would force you to the Start Here component, or if you had just clicked on modules, right? By now, most of you have probably recognized that there is methodic steps you had to go through. You had to move through the Start Here module, then you could move through the All Things Exam module. Why do I do that? Because we're not in a face-to-face course. I can't guarantee that I looked into your eyes and you saw that I saw you have access to this information. So if you have not already done so, please make sure to move through the modules. You will see that you can't move to a next module if you have not moved through the prior one and all of the subsequent pages. Additionally, I hope you will know, I am sorry, my dog is losing his ever-loving mind behind me right now. I hope you will see that I have a couple of different places for you to get access to resources that may not be directly pertaining to this course, but they could be directly pertaining to this course. So again, what are the technology requirements? And if I don't have some of those things, where can I find some assistance with that? Those resources are under this particular module. What if I need different resources that are not related to this course or related to IT? Well, I've got the Learning Commons, I've got access to BrainFuse, the Writing Center, Career Services. Please visit these. Additionally, counseling and wellness support. We care about you on campus, whether you are here or not. If you need resources, please make sure to reach out to these resources because as a student, we want to guarantee your success. Coming back up then to the modules, you will see, right? There is also modules that pertain to all things of the platform you're going to need to register for. So again, how to purchase, how to make sure you have the correct connection, how to navigate, how to set up, where to find grades, what if I need more assistance, right? There's also an overview of how to navigate through the SmartBook, which is one of the assignments that is going to check your reading comprehension and making sure that you're retaining the information as you're reading through the different chapters. You will not see the video research project yet because I am still working on that and going to post videos and everything there for that to come. I don't want you to panic about that, but it's just on my end for a future time and place. And the last things I want to just point you to as far as what's coming up as being due is you will see that if you've moved through all those prior modules, you will now see that module 1 will be open. And again, I've got a little video about McGraw-Hill. You know, this is a prior video that I made for a class before. It still pertains the same information that's pertinent. So please make sure to watch that. And then you'll see some some aspects of, again, all of this is on the online platform. Please watch this video for all of that information, right? It's there and it's the first thing on the docket for you to, again, have guidance and overview. If you have any questions, set up some time, email me. I'm here to help. But what I want to leave you with, as again, we're sort of wrapping up this first week. Some of you may be waiting for financial aid. What you will see is, although technically we would be doing chapter 1 this week, the due dates for chapter 1 are not until next Friday. But if I go to module 2 for chapter 2, you will see that chapter 2's assignments are all due next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? So this is going to be not a lot for the first week. You have your discussion board post that is due this coming Sunday, which some of you have already started. Wonderful. My encouragement would be, if you have access, if you've purchased the code, or if you need to purchase, you can click on the McGraw-Hill link here. It will direct you directly to the site and how to purchase that. It will also give you some options if you are waiting on financial aid. Again, please watch this video, as it will navigate and guide you through the aspects of what to do with this particular, with the online platform. You may hear some overview repeat of some of the information I provided here in this video, but again, this gives you a general overview of expectations with McGraw-Hill, etc. If you are able to purchase the book, if you are able to complete chapter 1, my suggestion would be to do so, because then chapter 2 would be due next week and you'll be ahead, right? You won't have to double up on all of those things. Once we get into next week, beginning Tuesday, I will open all the other modules. I just wanted you to not feel completely overwhelmed by the course. I wanted you to take time, get in, feel comfortable, feel confident that you know where things are. You have reviewed the syllabus. You know the expectations of this course. It's a lot. It really is. But I have lots of resources for you. Success for the class. I have a schedule put together that I've worked with students over the many years of teaching this course that I think works well. You don't have to follow it. What do I need to do to be successful for the exams? I can tell you the number one thing that's going to keep coming up over and over again is you have to read the chapters, front page to last page of each chapter, right? Because again, we're not in a face-to-face, and this isn't a virtual learning environment. So I'm giving you all the resources for you to self-pace, self-guide. So I don't want to overwhelm. I don't want to keep this too long. I just wanted to introduce myself. I wanted to give you access to understanding sort of the layout, giving you sort of a little bit of a background of me and kind of what the flow of the layout is. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My dog is very excited to let you guys know he also wants your success. And to show you why he wants your success, this is Eddie. He's very happy for everybody to be here, and he wants all of you to do fantastic. He's brought his ball and he's excited for it. So with that being said, good luck. It's off to the races for you guys. And if you need anything, please make sure to touch base with me. We can find a solution to your problems. Eddie says good luck, and I will touch base with you guys next week. Take care. Have a good weekend.